Friday morning, it's already about 25 degrees. Rob is just doing some double chip. Dad is on another Merlo loading chip that's going out today. I'm trying to find a mini Merlo to move them blocks. Then I'll go and find a tractor, there seems to be one here, 77, and move some trailers to the hayfield. Andrew's taking the tether off the 724 and putting the rake on. I'm gonna go and row some grass up in an hour or so. David's probably going to turn up with the baler, start baling, and then we'll start carting it back to their yard and they'll stick it in their shed. So we've got some tractor content today. Someone said yesterday, and I'm not sure whether it was sarcasm or what, but they were like, this is turning into a business channel. I mean, I thought farming was a business. It's a difficult business, but yeah, that's just what happens every day. Obviously, I've been busy with the Combine Challenge and then going to different shows. Highland Show next week as well, and Cheshire Show the two Tuesday, Wednesday. So there I'll be showing school teachers round, or trainee school teachers, and some children around the agricultural centre. And then the Combine will also be doing some laps of the ring. Just put a little bit of water in the radiator on this, because if it's not quite above the red dot on that sight glass, when you go over bumps it beeps. It's done 968 hours now, this machine, but it's still put on there. It's still absolutely immaculate. Normally they've got a bit of rash down the side. This has just got a few branches down it, but it's being so small, it doesn't get damaged like the other ones do, scraping in and out of the sheds. Also could be the fact that Dad doesn't drive that one as much. Andrew's got the rake on the 724 ready for rowing up. It's a little early though still. We'll wait for the dew to go and it to get really bright. Well, to be fair, the dew has gone, but we just wanted to start getting a bit crispier before it's rowed up, because once you lay all the hay on top of itself, then it can't really dry out as much, whereas now it's scattered flat, the sun's beating down on it. Got one of these on the front now. It's 4 metres wide, so I'm going to have to sort of drive down the grass verge with it. I'm only going 50 metres though. Yeah, it's quite handy. I could just kind of come up this verge. So when they built the motorway through us and cut the farm in half, they put all these little tracks down for access. So this is, my mates sometimes use it, Chris and Danny next door use it, we use it for the back of the yard. But you've got these gateways so that you can pull off the road safely and open the gate. Problem with that is then people come and fly tip and get up to no good in it. So we can now put this here, gives them less room to park out the way to dump the rubbish, because they're more in view of the road. So when they're in here, they can't be seen throwing all this bits of rubbish and stuff out. So now they're there. They'll drop that there. If Chris and Danny want to come spraying, they'll just drive straight over the top of it, no problem. And then maybe at harvest, either take the blocks off the trailers or we'll just move it out the way. I'll drop it on these blocks of timber, then put this strap over the top, these hook in, these lifting eyes there. In fact, has that not been cleaned out, that one? No, that peg needs cleaning. That one's alright, isn't it? That's clean. Never noticed that. Have to get a screwdriver in that. That goes on there, and that lifts. Put that onto here. Leave that across there, and then I can slide the forks in and pick it up without getting out of the cab. Move the blocks, job done. Clean that out now. I actually only needed to clip it on, and then I just tapped it like that, and it cleaned it off the shaft. So I'll drop that now on the skids, and then hopefully now if I just lift up with this strap, just get it in the middle so it doesn't now. So, should put the strap square and then plonk it down there. I mean, it's on a bit of an angle, but doesn't really matter because that's the direction that Chris and Danny kind of like come down the hill and turn in. So that'll be all right. Put them on. Andrew's 12 again. Taking another one now to that gateway up there. Andrew's coming in with the buggy just to escort me, because obviously it's 4 metres wide, but again, I'll drive down the grass verge, we should be okay. I've put this one in position so you can't get in with a four-wheel drive or a car now because there's a ditch there that you're going to fall in. But probably need to put a bit of stone underneath. I should have levelled the gateway off flatter because it's not ideal and I don't want to crack it. They're strong and reinforced, but there's a hollow there. I think if you went over with the spray away and sort of like full of chemical at like 15 tonne, it's a lot on it. So I'll maybe come back with some road planers and level them off, and I can sit it on it better. John Deere there for any John Deere fans, and I'm on one. Listen, just picking up some bale trailers, showing Olivia where to go with a cow look on her hat. She's a bit of a dirty girl, and I can't really see out the windows. There's that much dust, so I'm just gonna hose her down. There's a bird up there. Really annoying. Rob's off with Chip. Hopefully he'll be back soon, because the fast track is far smoother than this, and we've got to go down a bumpy track carting his hay as well. Ian's here on the John Deere baling. Andrew's still rowing up on the fence. I'm on the mini Merlo, just going to show Olivia which way to stack them on the trailer, because these bales aren't really the same size as ours. So she was unloading trailers yesterday, but they were bigger bales than these. It's been making quite a wide row. Anyway, I've just rung Howard because I was being thick, but basically if we move that to there, hopefully it should, when it now falls out, it'll pivot at this point and not throw these out as far. I've gone 2 holes over. Yeah, try that now. We'll see what that does. Andrew's sneezing, but he reckons his glasses are helping. Olivia's stacking bales there. Right, so folds that down now. Hopefully that grey bar now will kick that in closer, because it was throwing it right out before, and it should start to make it. That's a lot narrower. Try that now. Let's see what happens. So that's how wide the row is here. When he goes now, we'll see what it looks like. It's probably should be narrower in the middle but higher, but obviously we can't rake quite as wide. In fact, you can see like he's not raking, about a foot less each side now. But yeah, the row is a lot narrower. That's better for the pickup reel on the baler. See how we've pulled it in. So it's there, it's wide, and there it's not. It was easy enough. I could watch that rake all day. It's just, I don't know, it's like poetry how it just kind of cleans up. Ian's going back down that row now. There's a reason for that, which you can ask Ian or David about later. I'm guessing Andrew's got that on the GPS, because it's doing some really nice straight rows and to within an inch. Perfect. I don't know if they should have used that tractor. It's probably a little bit less bumpy than this one. Oh, who put them pallet forks in that poacher block there? It's like, is it Aaron or is it Simon's here loading up with Chip? I'll go on the other gateway and get the other trailer. Starting to clear this field now. All over there is done. We're just doing this last corner, and then we've got a bit through that hedge to do. Some people might notice the bonnet has changed colour. The reason for that is the John Deere is very rough and we're carting it down a long track. So as soon as Rob got back with the wood chip, I did a tractor swap. So I've got something with suspension on. David's been kindly brought that over to the gateway for me. Just a couple more straps and we'll get off with that one. It looks like David's going to be having some fun later when he goes out with that baler. This is the bumpy track, but the fast track just cruises down it, no problem. The only thing is you can't go fast past the houses because it does make a little bit of a dust. So you have to back off a little bit when you go around this bend past the houses. Baler's getting near finished now, just a few little rows just there to do. We didn't cut all this field, spreading the risk of it in case the weather broke, and also it's quite to clear it, bale it all and clear it all in one day is a bit of a task. So, and we've got another 7 acres of Brookhouse to do, so get the rest of these bales over Andrews Road Brookhouse up. Ian will head off now with that baler, different Ian, not the Ian that works for me, and then we'll go and clear that. Also, before I forget, happy birthday David Jones. So it's Vanessa's birthday yesterday and it's David Jones today. So David Jones is the guy with the immaculately polished track. Yeah, David's phone rang then. I changed it so that it didn't ring across the top of the screen so that you didn't get muddy fingerprints over the lens, but of course now when it rings it cuts the camera off, so I'm gonna have to put it back to the mode, but it's really frustrating because I did an interview the other day with Minette in her car on the way to the show when we got stuck in traffic, and Tom Rees kept ringing, and I'm gonna have to edit it all. It would have been one take, but now we're gonna have to edit it all because it kept ringing and causing a nuisance. Tom. So yeah, I'll put my phone back to normal, but yeah, the Merlo's just ran out of diesel over there because the fast track was part in front of the diesel tank and I thought it'd have enough. Anyway, it hasn't, so Rob's gonna have to put some fuel and some bleeding probably. That trailer's here, Andrew's over there somewhere with another trailer on the Merlo. I'll come back with one more, then that is this block cleared, and then we'll go up to Brookhouse and get the rest. Ian's nearly finished baling. We'll see how Liv's getting on with the Merlo that's run out of diesel, which is partly my fault. I thought it was going to have enough in it and it'd be going back to the yard, and the fast track was parking away the diesel tank this morning when we left, so we didn't top it up. But yeah, maybe we should have done. Worst thing about baking down in this weather in the Merlo is the fact that you can't have the aircon running. I know what's wrong with it, ain't got no gas in it. Got out of the cab then, and it looks so hot, don't I? There's a horse field behind. 3 horseflies got in the cab straight away, and clapped on one of them, and then the other 2 have got against the window. Look at them all there trying to get in. Talking about horseflies, Ian. No, sorry, no, Ian didn't. Ian's here. That's what I'm saying. Ian. David said that apparently if you put talcum powder on yourself every day, he has some in the cab, it stops the horseflies. So Rob thinks we should see if it works. We're having a beer anyway, because no one can. Ian's run out of hours. He's the most experienced combine mover in the country. John O'Groats, Land's End, anywhere. I think we've got an airlock in it, so we're going to pull the pipe off the mechanical pump. It's got a little lecky one there. See if we can get the air out of the system. No, that's good. It's a bit weird, isn't it? You should have come through there, shouldn't it? You hear it pumping, can't you? Just flicking the ignition to make the electric pump. Keep trying. Hopefully it'll come through. Never run out of fuel before. Siphon it through there, Rob.
Oh, don't film this, fucking hell.
That's all this cleared now. We've got it on the last 3 trailers. Part of a load on that one. Rob and Liv are trying to get the Merlo going. Hopefully. Well, basically we're getting an airline to try and blow it through. For some reason, it just doesn't seem to want to let the fuel through from the tank, which is a bit weird. We'll force it through with some compressed air and see what happens. I've told them to check the fuses just in case the fuse is gone and the stop solenoid's not opening maybe. At Brookhouse now getting... Oh, I keep forgetting to fill that hole, and there's a massive hole there, isn't there? Why do we always forget about that? Anyway, they've obviously realised when they mowed round it. But yeah, there's quite a few bales on this, to be honest. Drop this trailer on the top of the hill. What's annoying is, can you see, there's obviously like a field of barley and a field of wheat, and then can you see that yard there just behind the trees? That's where we're carting the hay to. But But instead we can't get that way because the bridge isn't big enough, so we've got to go right round about, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 mile round trip. Anyway, we'll get this in 3 load, I think. Best bit of the day when you're working with Bennett's is the hot cakes, chocolate as well, that Catherine brings out. Or Fiona's mum, if you know Fiona. Got chocolate on my face. Everyone noticed that yesterday. I don't remember doing it. I can't remember what it was, but it just started to turn black and come up. And Andrew Ward's got one as well. But yeah, I'm not sure what I was doing when I sustained the injury. We've been putting the bales 2 high, 3 wide, and then 2 in the middle to sort of bind them together. So it's a bit quicker strapping them. But we've just done the maths and we think we can get them all on the last 2 trailers if we put them 3 wide. So the only thing is he's already started putting them on, so when he shoves them across they might go to roll over. So we might have to put the boom of the Merlo against the second bale up. Oh no, it's going. No, it's not actually, it's going to bubble out there, isn't it? See. Yeah, we'll shove it in with the Merlo. He's got the bale on, but he needs shoving square. I missed it. Tom Pemberton was on the phone, but he's just shoved them off the other side. I need that Merlo. All on, all strapped. Drop this off, get back to the yard and do the birthday bumper. Another race against the John Deere. Don't want to get stuck behind David on the way back. Also, he's got the loader on, so if any bales fall off me, he can pick them up again. Because if he's in front of me and they fall off, then I'm on my own, aren't I? You shouldn't fall off though, because they're all strapped on. This car's parked there, so now I've had to get over. And now I can't swing in there. Because I've had to use all the road every other time and skim that hedge. You can see the hay on it. Don't think I can go past and back up either. Unless when David comes with the second load he can help me. But it's pretty tight here, you can see where the wheels have been running. And all this is stuck to the hedge. Some stupid person left the car there. It won't mind, it's like 3 foot from the curb as well. Can't get in, but David recognises the car and knows whose it is, and she's behind us now, but she sings. Yeah. And he calls her Kerry Ann because her reg says Kerry Ann. She's doing an Austin Powers turnaround. Now I can back up now, get over and try again. Even with a move, scraping the hedgerow. When you're turning a narrow gap, you have to go as far out as you can because the trailer cuts the corner to make sure you make it. Anyway, we're in. Mirror's got knocked in as well by the branches. Luckily, she wasn't too far away. Back at HQ, there's Ian. Ready to go and pick the combine up from cereals, and Wheat Wagon going to go out in the morning as well once he's had his taco break. Dead quick birthday bumper. Sam Applewhite. Ian Hudson is 48. Bit of a correction because I said Charlotte yesterday, but it's Ian's. Bev and Steve is 16. Cute Dolls doesn't. That's all it says. We've added an anonymous as well. Of course, David Jones is 48. Trevor Evans is 68. Nick Daniels is 57. And then Sally Bullivant, but then it says Mickey, so I'm not sure. But happy birthday, whoever it is. So £37,009, £295. Happy birthday, everyone on there, and anyone else whose birthday it might be today. Smart looking 550 class Arion. Come for the overnight stay so that the wagon's empty to pick the combine up. You'll notice if we swap the tyres with one of ours. Mint, aren't they? Someone sent these in the post, so thank you very much. I presume it was for the combine run. So me and Rob are going to try one now.
Sadly, one of them was smashed in transit.
Oh, right.
And then I smashed a couple more.
Have you? Nice one.
Thank you very much, very nice.
He didn't even do it.
Yeah, I've fitted lights to the combine.
That's nearly all for today, but here's a quiz question for you. How many miles has Ian's 69 plate wagon done? If you think you know, let me know in the comments. Have a guess. Right, see you tomorrow. Actually, one last thing. The outro is something that was stolen from cereals, and it was actually a raffle prize. If anyone's seen it, get in touch. It was because I was trying to find it.